People be saying that these little is lazy nowadays, but it's not the fact that they're lazy. It's the simple fact that when they come to these jobs, they try to learn the trade. You got older that's just big and they be doing whole nigga shit to the young niggas. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be this nigga mentor, his teacher, his helping hand, his guidance, his educator. But instead you want to try to bully the and punk him out and try to, have him be your flunky. And then when a nigga check you, now you run into the GM, you run into the safety manager and shit like that, and you fabricating a story so you can get this young nigga fired. It's not the fact that they don't want to work, because I be seeing these little niggas up here, and I'm 30. I'm talking about niggas like 19, 20. I'm going to say 25 and under. They be here, but they don't last long. And the reason why they don't last long is because they not going for no bullshit. Not going for no disrespect, and them niggas got a chopper in the trunk. And when these little niggas be getting on these old niggas' ass and these old niggas start to get scared, oh yeah, he gotta go, boss. Yeah, he gotta go. It's activity 100%. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, y'all niggas, especially like the people that don't work construction and shit like that, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. It's not the fact that these young men don't want to learn a trade. You know what I'm saying? I do brick, EFIS, stucco, Class A, CDL, tanker, fences, a little bit of landscaping. I could do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm 30 years old. So I'm not one of these niggas that's 45 and up that be terrorizing these little niggas when they get here. Talking about some, go ahead, sit everything down and go to the stove for me. Nigga, these niggas ain't no store runners. And then when these little niggas be checking these old niggas, hey, say, boss.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what dude is talking about. I experienced this firsthand, and this is what I've said many times, right? I used to believe that just the older generation of adults, they had everything put together. They had everything figured out. I thought that they were mature. I thought that everything was smooth sailing, that once I became an adult, that they were gonna, lead me through life and show me the ropes and show me how everything goes. Man, that could be furthest from the truth, especially on the work sites. Oh my God, right? Y'all think that Gen Z are kids and play too much. Y'all think that Gen Z is immature and so on and so forth. No, the most immature people that I've met, right? The most emotionally unstable people that I've met to date are older Gen X, right? And those damn baby boomers, right? And of course, you got to throw older millennials in there too. Those are the worst people, worst adults that I've ever met in my life. And what dude is talking about on the work site, by like word for word, that's exactly what happened to me. Word for word, bar for bar, right? You'll get on a work site, especially with older people. Man, those are some of the most jealous people that I've ever met in my goddamn on life, man. You'll get on a workspace, right? Get in a work spot, right? They'll be looking at you funny, like, yeah, look at, man, we got some fresh meat. I had a dude, I remember when I was 18, 19, I first got on with this company, this gas company, right? I remember I first got on, dude act like this, he was acting like this was prison or something. He was like, fresh meat. I'm like, what the world? I'm like, bro, you fresh meat, right? That's what we said in high school to freshmen coming in. That's what we said in college to the freshman girls coming in. Let me clarify. In high school, we said that the freshman girls, right? In college, we said that the freshman girls. We didn't say that to grown ass men. Like I was looking at bro like, what in the world he got going on? But yeah, you'll get onto the work site, and older guys, they'll be acting all funny, like, yeah, look at him. And when you're trying to learn something, and they be like, man, they didn't, how you get this job? They didn't teach you this. Like, dude, I'm a new trainee.
Welcome to the afterpill.co, your one-stop shop hub for everything that I offer. Whether you're here to book a one-on-one coaching call, join the Patreon community, explore Horizon Atlas, your relocation app, or access my latest content and resources, you'll find it all right here. Choose your path, take action, and start building the life you want.
right? I'm new to the joint. I'm just trying to learn how to do this, sir. Can you teach me how to do this, man? See, this is what happens when they bring all these young folks on here, right? And they don't know how to do this and they don't know how to do that. And I'm just like, this is what really turns young people off from older people, right? And I mentioned this on a few videos ago with baby boomers being the worst generation to ever exist, you know, in history. But it's not just baby boomers, right? Like I said, it's Gen X, right? And also older millennials too, right? And I'm guessing, you know, it's a each one teach one situation. I'm guessing baby boomers taught Gen X how to be some, you know, disgusting MFers, and, you know, Gen X taught their millennial kids how to be just like them. So I'm guessing it's an each one teach one situation. But especially on the work site, they just looking to tear you down, especially if you blue collar. If you blue collar, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And I've worked mostly blue collar, but even it don't matter which industry you in, blue collar just, you know, very highlighted to a great degree, you know. And you're gonna come across a bunch of riffraff. You're gonna come across a bunch of childlike behavior, and from the managers as well. You would think, man, I used to think that everything was just based on qualifications. I don't know why I thought this, right? I thought that people were, you know, highly qualified to be in their positions, right? I thought that people deserved their positions. Well, if he is a manager, he must be qualified. Not necessarily. Listen, let me tell y'all a secret. What companies are looking for when they hire managers and when they hire supervisors, this is what they're looking for. They're not looking for strength. Let me tell you that, okay? Right? They're not looking for strength. They're not looking for, you know, just even somebody that knows how to do the job, right? They're not looking for efficiency to a certain extent. They're not looking for, you know, somebody to stand on all 10 and be able to lead. No, they're looking for a slave. Right. This is what I just came to this conclusion at 30 years old, right? They're not looking for somebody that can do the job. They're looking for somebody who's going to listen to anything and everything that they say, no matter what they say, right? They're looking for indentured servants, right? When they say jump, you're supposed to say how high, right? When they say roll on the ground, you're supposed to say how many times, right? This is what I had to learn, man. When they hire managers, when they hire supervisors, they're hiring people who are going to do their bidding, right? They're not looking for people who are going to, you know, really lead the ship and, you know, drive the boat in the way that it should be driven. They're not looking for those kind of people. They're looking for people who are willing to put their neck on the line for the company, right? Y'all know those people at Wally World, and, you know, that's not how you're supposed to put the cart in. That's not how you're supposed to do the cart, sir. Right, the carts go over here. Yeah, they looking for people who are willing to put their neck on the line when the company is not willing to put their neck on the line for them, right? And they pass that off to everybody else. They let it be known, like, you know, oh, you're not supposed to be here, and, you know, oh, I don't know why they hired you, and this, that, and the third. So to some degree, like, I disagree and agree with some things in the video, right? To some degree, a lot of Gen Z is lazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right? A lot of Gen Z is lazy. A lot of them don't want to do the work. But then again, you got to realize, like, when a lot of them get on these job sites, right? When a lot of them get on these work sites, they run into issues like this, right? They run into situations. You got to think, this is the younger generation. This is the up and coming working class, you know, of people, right? So they get into these work sites. They come onto the job sites, and they're looking to be led, right? They're looking to be led. They're looking to be shown the ropes on how things work, and there's nobody there to show them the ropes, right? Because Gen X, baby boomers, older millennials, a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, it's not just by generation. A lot of people in general are selfish, right? A lot of people in general don't want to help the next person, but it's a trickle down effect. That's the thing, right? When you have, because typically the managers and the supervisors are Gen X, right? They're Gen X supervisors. Many of them have horrible attitudes. Many of them, they don't want to teach you anything. So that rubs off from the managers and the supervisors, that rubs off on the rest of the employees. So when they see that they're not being helped, or somebody been there for a few years, right? Somebody been there for a few years and nobody helped them do anything, right? Not even the trainers, bro. Even the trainers are on some bullshit. So you even if you get some trainers, usually they're around the same in 2026. Usually they're around the same generation, usually Gen X or older millennials, right? Even the trainers, they don't want to teach you anything. They have horrible attitudes, or they only want to talk to you if you sucking up to them. Like I think really the older generation are some of the most softest. I used to think these folks was like really built like that, but really they some of the most softest mofos that I've ever met in my life, for real, right? And you know, you got a good portion of Gen Z that is soft too, but typically, listen, they some of the most softest people, right? Gen Z, listen, they can be soft, but at the same time, like the older generation, like Gen X, a lot of them are pansies. Right? A lot of them, they don't want to teach you anything, right? They're the ones who told you happy life, happy wife. They the ones, was it Gen X or baby boomers, right? It was Gen X or baby boomers, one of them, right? They said happy life, a happy wife, happy life, man. They messed up a whole 2 generations of men, right? I think Gen X or baby boomers are responsible for multiple generations of divorces. Listen, I think baby boomers are responsible for 2 generations of divorces, right? I knew some Gen X guys, right, who have been married like 3 times, right, and then still looking for a wife. I'm like, bruh. Like I'm one and done, right? After the first marriage, yeah, that shit is over with. You think at 30 years old, you need to get married again? Absolutely not, right? And you know what? I commend people who want to try it one more time. Shouts out to you, right? Maybe the first one was a mistake or whatever, right? It was a mistake, and you want to try something different. You're older and more mature. Right? You're older and more mature. But man, after the second one for sure, you supposed to be that's supposed to be it. So you got dudes, I know dudes who their whole 401k has been gone, right? They done took half of the 401k or all the 401k and the house and the kids, right? Dudes who were on track to be retired. They now have to work for the rest of their life. Man, it's ugly. I blame the boomers for that. I definitely blame the boomers for that shit, because they taught a whole few generations, right? Oh yeah, you just gotta make her happy, and she's gonna stay, and she's gonna treat you right if you treat her right. Man, y'all don't get the hell on. Y'all don't get on with that. But yeah, man, he's correct though with the work site. Right, and this is why I keep telling y'all, man, go the whole entrepreneur route, right? I was dealing with things from people that I didn't even respect, people who weren't building anything, right? They've been working and getting fat, right? Maybe they bought a house or something like that, but these people, man, are not worth the goddamn, right? They've been working 20 years, nothing to really show for it, right? And then trying to tell you how to approach life, right? Try to down you and downplay what you're doing, right? And then you have, managers and supervisors who've never done anything else in life as well. All they know is the little job that they've been working, and they push their miserable lives off on everybody else. That's the thing, right? These guys, they've been divorced, married, divorced. Kids don't respect them. Kids bad as hell. They don't talk to them. Right? They got to work a job that they probably don't even want to work in the first place, right? They've been taken all through the divorce court. So when they get back to the job, they try to make you feel less than because they feel less than. Man, it's just an all and out, horrible situation. And that's a reason why a lot of Gen Z, they don't want to be at these work sites. It's really toxic, because if you really think about it, a lot of these people, they've never resolved their childhood trauma. That's really what it come down to, right? Especially if they had boomer parents. If they had boomer parents, man, a lot of them have situations that they never really resolve like that, right? They have situations that they never really resolve. So when they get to workplaces and things like that, it's just high school, right? And this coming from somebody who I thought the workplaces were like professional environments. That's what I thought, right? I thought it was professional environments, right? It's just another high school situation, right? People do the same thing. You got 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds doing the same exact thing they did in high school, right? You got people gossiping, you got people clicking up, right? You got managers, supervisors showing favoritism, right? You got just different people. They teaming up against these people. Then you got, oh, don't mess with them over there. They be doing this. They don't do their work over there. Yeah, hang with me and I'll teach you the ropes. People trying to get you to look. You got gangs at the workspace. People trying to get you to join their gang. Yeah, come over to our gang. We really putting in work over here. Little ninja, right? You don't want to be with them and find out you done joined the wrong gang. They really the ones that don't do any work. They convince you the other guys don't do any work, man. It's all out bad, man. If anything, listen, take this advice, go build something of your own, right? I'm the type, I can't listen to people who've never built anything, man. I can't listen to people who've never had a business. I can't listen to people who are overweight and fat sloppalopasauruses. I can't listen to people who think happy wife, happy life. I can't listen to people like that. I can't be around people like that. I can't be around sloppalapas like that. I can't be around people who don't value life. I can't be around people who just, all they know is just work their 9 to 5, go home and stuff their face with some Whataburger. I can't do it, right? I can't listen to people that I don't respect, which is 99% of men in the workspace. I can't do it. So me, listen, I had to get out, right? I had to get out and build something of my own. And that's the lesson here, man, right? If you see the writing on the wall, and it's hard too, especially when you're starting off, like, you probably stay with your parents. This goes for Gen Z, right? You're staying with your parents, right? You trying to make something of yourself. You're just trying to get a little money. And then you got to go to work, grind, and then you got to deal with BS that makes you want to quit. And also they trying to push you out at the same time if you're not trying to join one of their cliques or, be with the riffraff, the gossiping and all that. Especially if you try to be by yourself. You try to, stick to yourself, man, they're going to tear you apart, man. So find a way just to get in and get out, stack your money up, do what you got to do. Try to produce, try to come up with some business idea, because in the long term, that 9 to 5 shit, that shit is dead. Especially if you anything like me, you built for solitude, you built just to be on your own, right? And you can't stand people, especially the normie NPCs of today. It's a messed up world, man. Listen, the after pill is the ideology. The escape blueprint is the framework. And PFP life is how you should live. And purpose and freedom and empower. If you want more of this wisdom and if you want more insight on what you should possibly do, hit that link in the description, book a coaching call with me. I'll lead you into the right direction, lead you to the place that you need to be, right? If you're also thinking about relocating, there is an app for that, horizonatlas.ai. All of what you need is in the link below. Check out the website, check out the Patreon, check out Horizon Atlas. And if you need something, book a coaching call as well. And I'll see you guys on the next video, and I'll see you guys on the website. Peace.
Welcome to the afterpill.co, your one-stop shop hub for everything that I offer. Whether you're here to book a one-on-one coaching call, join the Patreon community, explore Horizon Atlas, your relocation app, or access my latest content and resources, you'll find it all right here. Choose your path, take action, and start building the life you want.